You're not buffing that, so then it's hard to get that off.
To get to that point. You didn't run into any other issues?
No. No.
And then you just primer it, and then you just sand.
Don't touch it, 'cause you got,
right.
Your fingers have a little grease in them.
Yep.
So. Yep. I just, you know, when I started looking at it, it's like, well, I had to fix that crack there. I had to fix that crack there. So before I knew it, you know, it's like, well, I might as well just prime the whole car.
Right.
It's almost more trouble to mask around the things that I didn't want to prime than to just do the whole car. So just went around it, primed it all down. I believe we pretty much got everything covered.
Is there such a thing as white primer? Or is
they do make a tintable primer.
Right.
And you can put a little bit of the color into the primer to tint it to the color that you're going with. It's not exactly the same color. It will make it white, but not the same white. The only problem with that is you're wasting the expensive color in the primer.
Oh.
And the color is not cheap.
Right.
None of this stuff is cheap anymore. The clear is about $450 for a gallon of it.
Wow.
The color is about $400 for a gallon. So now you don't need a gallon of it for your car. You know, I bought 2 quarts of color of 2 quarts of the white and a quart of the gray, and that'll be plenty to do the car. And then the clear, it'll take me about a half a gallon of clear to do. So. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making any money on this clear, which I'm pretty much taking a beating on it anyway. But at $2,000 to do the whole car, that's pretty cheap when you figure the price of the materials and everything.
Right.
You're getting a deal.
Yep, I appreciate it.
You're getting the deal of the year here.
Yep.
So, but anyway, I mean, it looks pretty good. I think
it should be nice and straight. All the dents in the door and stuff all came out.
Pretty straight.
And then over here where the lock was damaged, I guess it looks pretty.
Get that fixed up.
Yeah. Well, I guess once that lock gets set back in there, it should sit nice and flush now.
Yeah, it should.
And this one's rusty too, I guess?
Yeah, you can see it's
they're probably starting
right
to.
There,
so might as well.
I mean, I gotta pull them off anyway, so it'd be stupid to put the old one back on since you got them.
Now, will any of that be painted white?
Yeah, I'll paint.
It'll go in.
I'll actually, when I mask this off, I'll be masking it. I'll cover this so nothing gets down inside there.
Okay.
Because if you tried to spray that when you spray this, you'll blow a bunch of dust out of there and it'll be in the paint job. So. But this up here will get painted.
Okay.
And it'll be masked off, you know, so that nothing gets on the bottom side of the hood.
Right.
And when I mask this, I'll pop these little rubber plugs out. That one's got paint on it, but
whoever did that.
Yeah, but I'll pop those out. And then I'll spray this whole edge here. So when you're looking at this, you're not going to see it.
You won't see it. Okay.
We had talked about doing it.
Right. And
normally I would be masking it up here, but on this car, since you see so much of it, I just mask it down there.
Right.
So, wheel wells, that'll
all be painted.
Yep.
And I guess this doesn't matter. I guess that doesn't matter because it gets covered.
Yeah.
Alright. Yep. And how about that rust stuff? You still got to put that on there.
Yep. This edge, I'm gonna I got it locked back down because the light stays on.
Yep.
When I spray it, I'm gonna leave it unlatched.
Okay.
Because it'll hang up just a little bit higher, and I'll be able to get that edge pretty good.
Okay.
Down in there.
What will that mean for this top end? It'll still, if it's popped open.
Yeah, no, it won't be that much. Okay. I'll still be able to get this here.
All right.
So, and I'm going to go ahead and spray this down in here too.
Okay.
I'll mask it on the headliner out here, so this will get white. Because that way, when you got your sunroof out, I mean, it's not going to be super nice down in there, but at least it'll be white.
Right. Right.
So.
I've never seen in there like that.
Never even opened this.
Oh, really?
No. I'm always afraid it'll leak. Even though I have new weather stripping for it, but these
sunroofs on these cars are pretty good
I've never
the
drilled
way that they seal.
Right.
It's got a seal that's back here on this lip, and then it's got the rubber that's on the outside that seals. This is the one that would get stuff in the car, and it's back up underneath there, so I don't think they've had much problem with it.
And I've got it all, replaced, so I mean, it's all brand new weather stripping for the sunroof.
Yeah, that lights out. I seen I left that door open.
Right.
I guess it's got a delay on it. Eventually it'll go out on its own.
Yeah.
So, yep.
All right. I guess tomorrow you'll just start painting.
Yep.
Painting.
Mask it and start spraying.
All right.
Probably by noon tomorrow, it'll be white. And then I gotta let it sit for 4 hours before I can put the gray on it.
The gray on it.
Yeah. Gotta let it sit long enough that I can tape it and not leave a tape mark.
Right.
And then I'll spray the gray. And the only thing about the gray, everything, all this little stuff is no problem. It's the bumpers and the doors that I got to mask.
Right.
And really, even the doors isn't that much of a problem because it's got this molding up here that
that one.
So the only place you'd have to worry about a tape line would be
right.
And it's behind the
But
molding.
it's hidden behind the molding.
The only place that it shows is on the two bumpers where there is no tape line, or where there isn't anything covering it there.
Right.
So, yep.
And then that's that bracket that I've got.
Piece. Yep.
All right.
It's gonna look pretty good.
Yep.
I think you'd be pretty happy with it.
Yep. It'll be nice.
Way nicer than it was, for sure.
I mean, because before the roof was just all thin and the fender, and it was mismatched colors, and there was little dents here and there. And that's worse than I thought it was. You couldn't. It was hiding behind the trim.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's ready to fall apart.
All right.
Yeah. So it's taking me a little longer than I thought it would. I figured it'd been gone by now.
Yeah.
I had a bad week last week. I was working on this, and I had that black Jeep Grand Cherokee that was in here, and that thing fought me the whole week.
Oh.
So that's really what threw this behind.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Because I've got another car to drive.
In the long run, you'll be happy that it's
all right.
taking a little longer, but
Yep.
it'll be worth it.
And this fuel door, I guess paint will get back in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint. Well, obviously the back side won't get painted, but this edge here, I'm gonna take these screws all out and these little rubber things out, so no paint gets on them, and I'll mask it off right here, and that should get painted in there. I'm gonna leave it open so that I can flip it open and spray that, and then
there it goes.
Well, then close it.
There goes that plan. At least it didn't happen while you were painting.
Yeah, I'll have to remember that. It's pretty easy to close. So anyway.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. I'm gonna take a